Hi everybody, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Letitia.
And this is your marriage tip for the day.
Today's marriage tip is be quick to forgive.
Quick to forgive. Forgiveness is a decision, it's not a feeling, and it's something that if you don't make a habit in any relationship, not just your marriage, it will poison that relationship. So you have to make a decision to not just forgive, but be quick to forgive.
This is kind of cliche, I know, but a lot of people say, don't let the sun go down on your wrath.
Right, that's Bible. It's Bible. It says, do not let the sun go down on your wrath. So for couples, that means you have to deal with the offense then. Like, let's say, for instance, if maybe they cooked a meal or something, and it wasn't a meal that you wanted or something. And so you say, well, I don't wanna eat that. Okay, now if the wife's feelings is hurt, okay, then is the time to say something about it. Don't wait until you in the bed and you got a great divide, between the both of y'all. Normally you all hugged up and kissing and all this stuff.
And now you're on the edge of the mattress about to fall off.
Right, trying to keep from touching. No, what has happened is the husband offended you, okay, and rather than deal with it, you kept watching TV, thinking about it. You surfed Facebook, thinking about it. You took a shower, thinking about it. You put your pajamas on, thinking about it. So now by the time you
call your best friend,
thinking about it
and talking about it.
Right. So by the time you get into bed, you're ready to commit murder because you've been thinking about it the whole time. No, deal with it then. Don't allow it to grow.
Whenever those things happen, you want to handle the situation right then. Because if not, okay, let's say Mark, had his shoe in the middle of the floor, and I was like,
now technically it's her shoes in the middle of the floor. It ain't mine, but this is just for example's sake. I had to put that in there.
No, you didn't. Just for example, okay. Mark has his shoe in the middle of the floor, and I get upset with him and I say, well, Mark, I tell you all the time not to put your shoes in the middle of the floor, get them and, put them where they go, right? And so, just by the simple shoe on the floor, we have this big argument.
Over a shoe?
Yeah.
Over a shoe? And
so we go, let's say, hours without talking.
Over the shoe?
Right. So you want to be careful with those times, like when you have the idle time by yourself, because the enemy will plant so many seeds and all kind of crazy thoughts in your mind just from a simple shoe.
Right.
The enemy doesn't want you to have a happy marriage.
Right.
So he'll take something as simple as a shoe to, cause strife and division.
The divorce comes to you in the form of a thought. Divorce never comes to you looking like divorce. No, it comes to you in the form of a thought that was introduced by offense. So you have to be careful that you take authority over those thoughts, and sometimes taking authority over the thought means that you say, I don't like how you said that, or that when you said that hurt my feelings, or da. It brings it out in the open so it doesn't fester. Because something about a thought, what it does, it would develop into an attitude if it's left unchecked. And then those attitudes now begin to govern your decision making. And before you know it, what began as a shoe being in the middle of the floor develops a cycle of anger and a cycle of repeated offenses, And
then a week or two, a month later, your marriage is in a total mess, and you wonder, how you got there. You got there because, you didn't handle the situation. You didn't talk to your husband about how you were feeling. Right. You sat there without communicating to him and listened to the enemy. Right. And, at first it started off with a shoe, and then, he's going to bring all these memories up and all these past experiences up to you and say, remember when he did this, remember when he did that.
I forgive you.
So
I forgive you.
It's okay, baby.
I forgive you. Okay, go ahead.
So, you have to put your flesh, it's going to be rough. Especially when you're offended.
Oh, your feelings. Oh, my feelings. You don't care about how I feel, my feelings. Well, feelings come, feelings go, whatever. And you don't deny the individual the right to be human and to have feelings. But as the one that's offended, you have to deny your feelings the right to rule your marriage.
And you also have to be careful not to look at your spouse and say, well, he was wrong, and he should have did this, and he should have did that, he needs to walk in love.
Well, maybe he should have. Maybe they should have.
Under subjection and stuff like that. But you also have to look at yourself too.
That's right.
You say, well, you can say how could I have handled that situation better?
Right,
what could I have done to, prevent that situation from even happening. So you have to look at, look at both of you.
Right. It might be hard for you to believe. One time I got mad at Tisha. I got so mad. And I thought I was going to go tell off on her on God. And God, she doing this. And God, she doing that. You know what the Lord spoke to me?
What did he say, baby?
He said, you can't control her. But I'd appreciate it if you control yourself.
The thing about it was, God was dealing with me about it too. And so before Mark even came to me about it, I went to him and said, Mark, I'm sorry,
right.
I was wrong for that,
And in most cases, if you give that individual room to make the adjustments, if they love you half as much as you love them, and if they love God, then they'll come to you and they'll make the adjustment because they know that they were wrong. But if you're being combative about it, now you got another problem. So that's your marriage tip for the day. Walk in forgiveness. Be quick to forgive. You can follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. I got a page. She's got a page. Make sure you don't just watch this video. Subscribe and share it. Give us like 10,000 likes or something or another.
That'd be awesome.
Love you guys. Talk to you again soon.